So I've had a lot of people asking me questions specifically about compensation. So I tend to like being transparent here on the channel. So I'm going to talk to you about my specific compensation plan. But first, we got some heavy things to lift. Well, I mean, before all the other heavy things I have to lift. Just wanted to remind y'all that I am a personal trainer and you can hire me. I do all of my personal training online, so I provide workouts for you to follow and nutrition guidance and analysis as well. I have you download an app and then track what you're eating. I look at that and I help guide you a little bit. For anybody who reaches out to me in my DMs on Instagram, if you're a subscriber here, just let me know. You will get your first month free, and then your second month will be 50% off, which is $100 for the month. So if you've ever thought about hiring a personal trainer, I am very affordable, and I will also say extremely effective. But let's talk compensation plans. That's what y'all are here for, right? So let's start off with the fact that as of right now, I heard this is changing some places, but I haven't heard anything about it changing here where I am or with my station. But most of us ground drivers work for a contractor. So that contractor is hired by FedEx. I am not. I have been hired by the contractor. Now, because of that, I think it makes sense that the contractors can more or less deal with their employees and their employees' compensation plans however they want to. I also think that kind of just makes sense for this kind of work because not all routes are created equal. Just to give you an example, some of y'all are commenting in my comment sections and mentioning how you work routes that are like 50-50 business to residential. Some of y'all are working some of the most awful routes that are like 70-30 business, 70 residential, 30. Hopefully you're getting paid really, really well. Now, the reason why I bring up all of this and all these differences between routes is because, in my opinion, it makes sense that you should get paid based on your route. Now, I doubt that is always done 100% fair. I personally will say that my route, while it is like 95% residential, maybe even like as high as 98% residential, I really only have 3 or 4 businesses that I ever deliver to. It's still a really hard route because it's a new development and it's growing, and every time a house finishes, I can guarantee you I will be taking furniture to that new house. So between the furniture and the volume, I think my compensation plan is very fair. So let me lay it out for you. It's actually really simple. I have a set day rate of $160. So no matter what happens, if I end up with anywhere between 100 and 150 stops, then I'm getting paid $160. Now, there is a little clause in my contract that says if I get less than 80 stops in a day, I think it's 80, I don't remember because it's never even happened, but if I get under a certain amount of stops, I get paid $1 per stop. So that would kind of suck. But on the other end, for every stop I get over 150 stops, I get $1 per stop. This was kind of confusing to me at first, but think of it this way. If I get 155 stops, then I make $165. I'm set at that 160 no matter what. 150 is where I have to get to in order to make $1 per stop over that. So 5 over 150, I get $5 extra. I average 200 stops per day. So based on that, I would make $210 per day. But my contractor is super cool, and he gives me a bonus if I hit 200 stops. That bonus is 30 bucks. So if I get to 200 stops, I get paid $210 plus a $30 bonus for hitting 200 stops. And that's my compensation plan. It's pretty simple. I actually brought you along with me on a Tuesday today. I don't know when I'll get this video out. Depends on when I've got time for editing. But today is a Tuesday, and Tuesdays are usually much lighter. So odds are good. I'll be clicking closer to that 160 mark. I'd love to hear what your compensation plan is like. So if you've got something different going on, something you think is unfair, or even more rare, something I don't hear, is a comp plan that people do think is fair. Let me know that in the comment section. I'd love to hear what your compensation plan is like. We just pulled up to the station. Let's go see what the load looks like today. Looking like a Tuesday. Now, one thing you'll see with this kind of comp plan is my contractor tries really hard to make sure I'm getting to that 150, 160 mark. So here's my usual area, but because I don't have enough today, they also put this lovely little slice of heaven on here. Usually I only get this area because I really don't like this area. There's this nasty little trailer park right here that I hate, but I guess they're trying to get me to my numbers, so here we are. With that, let's get sorting and see if we can at least get out of here at a decent time today. This is like the worst thing ever. Ugh. All right, looking like we're gonna get a little bit of a head start on today. Usually we get our first delivery out around like 8:15, 8:30 if we're lucky, but it is 7:37. My ground cloud says I've got 155, so I'm going to double check that with my scanner. 158, so we are clicking around that 150, 160 mark, just like my contractor wants. Now, I don't think I'm going to be able to go very fast just because my area is very spread out today, but I've got a lot of good mobility in the truck already, lots of space. I can see all of my SID tags, and I think I'm gonna be able to go at least decently quick. Hoping for somewhere between 30 and 35 an hour. We'll see if we can go a little bit quicker. Before we get into delivery time lapses, I actually wanted to talk to you about these cool little guys. So you guys know that I love my Axle earbuds. These are from a company called Caldwell. They sent them out for my gun channel for review. They are supposed to be hearing safe for the gun range, but they are nice and low profile, and they are Bluetooth capable, and they have active listening as well. So I'll be able to turn these things on to have conversations with people as I'm going along today. If I need signatures, which I do have a couple deliveries that do need signatures, I can turn the active listening on. Don't need to take out my earbuds, which is super nice. If you're interested in these, they're about 150 bucks. There's a link down in the description. You could head over to the Caldwell website and check these guys out. The case is really nice. It's got a little battery indicator, and it even has a battery indicator for each individual bud to let you know how charged up that bud is. So I just got done using them at the gym, and now I'm obviously going to use them at work. So I may have to switch to my axle buds at some point if these end up dying. That's nice having two pairs like that. But yeah, there will be a review of these out here pretty quick. But if you're interested in them, link in the description. Alright, so that was my first hour. These 1 and 2 shelves are very nicely empty for the most part. And we were clipping in at 38 an hour. So heading into the second hour, let's see if we can keep that pace up. 2 hours in, we have kept somewhat up with pace, not quite through these 2 shelves yet, but starting to work our way through the 4s finally. So on to the next hour. We are heading into our home stretch here. We've got like 45 deliveries left or something like that. And my phone's gonna die. So I'm gonna put it on to charge, and I'll see you guys at the end of the route. Well, there you have it. Another day in the books. Ugh. Gotta love it. Definitely went slower than I like, but that piece of area that they gave me, it's not usually mine, just so spread out. So either way, made a quick and easy $160 today. Worked for about 4 hours, at least as far as drive time goes. So I'm getting paid $40 an hour during my drive time most days, which I can't really complain that much about. I am still rocking toe shoes most days at work here. So if you're interested in checking out Vibram 5 Fingers, then head to the link down in the description. It'll take you over to their website. You can find yourself some cool kicks that are really good for your toesies. This was a video that was specifically requested by somebody in the comment section. So if there's something you want to see or hear about or learn about from my perspective, then feel free to let me know down in the comments. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like and subscribe, and as always, deliver safely.